So, let's start out with a look at the daily challenge. Today we are playing Stygian Umbra, and the mutators are Seeing Double, Brawl and Small Hands. So the first friendly unit we summon gets copied. The copy goes in front of the original one. Brawl, friendly and enemy units get +5 attack and +10 health. Pyre gets +10 attack. And Small Hands, -2 cards drawn per turn. This looks like a tough one, because Small Hands is a pretty tough mutator. Brawl is a pretty tough mutator. Together, that might be pretty bad. Also, the scores, most are in the 42 to 44k realm, while there are 2 outliers at 46 and 47k. So, most people had trouble with this challenge as well, is what I'm getting from this. Let's take a look. Well, there are quite a few clears though, so it's not like most people died really early, but there are a few people that, well, among the top 100 there are already fails, so we'll have to see. It might be a bit difficult. Seeing Double certainly is nice with Stygian sometimes, because doubling up on some of the incant units can be quite nice. But because capacity is often a problem, Seeing Double is not that big of a benefit. It works decently well with morsels, but it's pretty bad with Gorge units, so yeah, we have to see how this goes. Certainly Small Hands makes things very, very difficult usually. Let's jump in. So, the starting cards are Energy Siphon, Drain and Umbra Assault. Not a great set of starting cards, especially because we don't really have a good payoff for Energy Siphon. Umbra Assault might be okay depending on what we get. Drain is definitely a solid card. Boss is the Clan Seraph, so we will lose half our buffs and half our debuffs. And we get a bunch of spell weakness option to start out. Totem Fragment is slightly stronger because it's guaranteed spell weakness too, but it's only when the units enter the floor below the Pyre room. While Scales is for every enemy that enters the train. Because this is a daily challenge, because we're looking to score as high as possible, and because I want to try getting bottom or second floor kills whenever possible, I think I want to go with Scales. We have spell weakness versus cost reduction Tethys. Spell weakness Tethys seems more powerful right away. I think it's gonna be a bit difficult to make great use of Conduit in this challenge. Is it? Yeah, I think we need the spell weakness right away. Spell weakness is also much better to dupe with Seeing Double than the Conduit one. We don't really need to dupe the Conduit Tethys, so. Non-boss enemy units enter with spikes 3. Okay. Yeah, can't set up on the bottom floor. That would be bad. And we do want to have a chance to make use of the spell weakness we apply, so I want to set up on not the top floor. We can put 2 train stewards in front. Each train steward can take 3 hits here. Frozen Lance is not enough for the collector. Train steward would be, but then we lose both Tethises. Magma Morsel plus Frozen Lance is actually enough. Well, we clear this wave, but at what cost? I do want to get the collector. Even though Frozen Lance on this floor would have been quite handy. $511. That makes our Tethises survive at least. Can we get a kill? This is 6, 9, 12 damage. That should be helpful. 15 health. Sure. Let's throw out some damage here. Drain is definitely good. I should have a bunch of spell weakness on the boss, so we can maybe finish him with the nope. But we can finish him with the train steward from the top floor. Okay. That was a pretty rough first fight. Crypt builder, definitely. We want a large spell to make use of all the spell weakness we are using, generating with Tethys, with the artifact, with the energy siphon. We have so much spell weakness. Pack Morsel, Prismal Dust, Immortal Trade. Whew. This is a tough one. Pack Morsels would obviously help us use a Gorge unit a bit easier, because Umbra Assault is not gonna get easy kills for us despite all the spell weakness until we upgrade it with extra damage. And these Morsels are actually combat capable thanks to Brawl. They can block quite a big chunk of damage. Let's go for a Gorge unit here. I don't see a way to make Shadow Siege work in these clans easily unless we get something like Volatile Gorge, Forever Flame, things like that. Morselmaker. He's a 1025 that generates 911 and 515 every turn. So that's 24 power all by himself. I should have looked at the shop first. Not the biggest fan of Morselmaker, but it's not the worst thing to double up. Sure. Do we just large stone the Morselmaker and try to use it as an actual floor unit? It's a good tank in front of Tethys. So we double up Tethys and then play a Morselmaker in front, or we double up the Morselmaker and play a Tethys behind. Either one could work. Do do I also Hearthstone it? Yeah, I think it's gonna be my tank. At least for the early stages of the game. Frozen Lances are real bad, but they do benefit from energy siphons and other sources of spell weakness, so sometimes they're okay. Shade Splitters less so. We have better Morsel generation. Let's get a Shade Splitter out of the deck and then move on. And we also won't have much room to play these morsels on. I guess we set up the top floor. Double Morselmaker takes care of 2 of these units. Tethys fails to kill the final one. If we double Tethys, we sweep all of them away. And let's use Drain just to prevent 6 damage to the Morselmaker. We will have morsels as tanks now, so things should get a bit easier. This is fine. Maybe I should have played the Train Steward instead. Maybe we can kill this backliner, although not with the healer around. Another 30 damage right here, and we should win on the top floor. No damage taken at the very least. Energy Siphon, Crypt Builder, Titan's Gratitude. I wouldn't mind a Gratitude, to be honest. The discard is not a big deal with the small hands. We usually play our entire hand. Mind Collapse is pretty bad with Brawl. Immortal Trade can be good. I think I want the one of Immortal Trade just to heal up my Morselmaker. So I have a decent tank available. Just a single one though. I would like an artifact. We could also start looking for incant units to maybe... Well, incant is pretty bad with small hands. Let's just go to the right. Check strips doesn't do a whole lot with Brawl. Let's take the guild marker. That's actually a great relic. A rare draft pick from another clan. What do we want? What would be good right now? Good damage spells would be nice to make use of our spell weakness. Let's see. Nothing too exciting in Hellhound, although I would probably take a Dark Deal and I would probably take an Ally of the Ancients. Awoken has Rail Spike, which is very solid. Channel Song is much better with seeing double. Wildwood Tome is obviously great with Sweep Tethys. If we can find a damage upgrade in the next upgrade spot, so Tethys can actually kill backliners with quick. And Melting Remnant is a bit hard to use, I think. Yeah, not really liking the choices Melting Remnant has to offer. Although something like a Bounty Stalker certainly could work. Let's go Awoken. Shard Channel, unleash the Wildwood spreading spores. Is spreading spores something we can make work? It's a lot worse with small hands, obviously. And it takes a long time to get going. But it will certainly work as a boss killer. Which I'm not sure if we need it. I'll take an Unleash. It does basically the thing I wanted from the Immortal tray, but without the downside of Ember Drain. And that's healing our units, especially our tank, to full. So, the question is, do we try to go for an early Daedalus kill? How many spell weakness stacks do we need? We have Tethys applying 2. We can expect to draw both energy siphons at some point during this fight, so that would be 4. The question is, do we hit them before the Crypt Builder, because that's the only spell we can actually use to kill Daedalus. If we get another 2 stacks of spell weakness in with Tethys, then maybe it can work. I wanna try. The Entumber Assault doesn't really have a great target, let's just use it on the boss, Mr. Daedalus here. Gonna heal up. I don't think I wanna play the Immortal trade right now. We can probably save the Magma Morsel, can't we? Yeah, easily. This is already pretty nice, like that. Wait, how are there? Oh, right! Morselmaker triggers the Seeing Double if I have not played a unit in the turn before. This wave is a problem, especially with this guy surviving. With 5 spell weakness on Mr. Daedalus here. Yeah, this wave is annoying. We can probably block some damage with Morsels. So this Train Steward can hit. We can kill the Forged Disciple with a Titan's Gratitude. These Morsels block the most. So that's 8 and 8 kills the front Morsel, then 8 and 6 that Morsel will survive, so we will hit 5 and 10 on this guy, and then another 10 on that guy, so we should definitely hit that guy again. So we can actually get 2 kills off here. Maybe setting up on the second floor was a mistake. I wasn't thinking about the haste. And we didn't get enough spell weakness anyways. So let's try that again. Hi Kendrick here, welcome. Sorry, I only just noticed you now because I was too focused on the fight. In that case, if we're not going for a spell weakness victory, do we want to double up Morselmaker instead? It's not ideal for this wave. But it's good enough for that wave, isn't it? Should be. It should be better for Daedalus, that's for sure. This guy is still alive. These guys will also survive. Not sure what to drain. 7 plus 9, yeah, I should probably just drain here. 10, 19. Prevents the 6 damage to the Morselmaker. 16, 9. Double train sword on the top floor is enough to kill the clergyman. Let's use spell on this guy. And we don't need more spell weakness on any of these guys. They are all very low health already. I do want more train stewards on the top floor, so I can catch these leftover units. And this train steward can finish off the Forge Disciple. Anything we want to do here? Not really. Umbra Salt this guy. Although we certainly don't need these morsels. That means I'm just not going to play the pack morsels, I guess. And we should have the kill here easily. Especially if we add in a crypt builder. Oh, you misunderstood the mutators. What did you, probably seeing double, I would guess. Furnace Tap. Not Rage, certainly not Rage. Ice Empire is also very interesting. With all our spell weakness, we could potentially use it to finish a boss. If it happens to line up. That's more reasonable than using Furnace Tap. Honestly, I'm kind of happy with our setup right now. Some extra damage wouldn't be terrible. Crucible Collector maybe. I kinda want a higher damage output unit, but it doesn't look like we will get one. Well, we can look at this Umbra Banner. If I don't get one in this Umbra Banner, would I rather have a Crucible Collector and have it and not use it, have to purge it, or risk not getting a good unit here? The chance of getting a Crucible, let's take a look. We get 2 Umbra units. Not rare. Unit Umbra. We get 2 Umbra units out of Crucible Collector, Crucible Warden, Alloy Construct, Overgotcher, Shadow Eater, Shadow Siege, Morsel Master, Morselmaker. Which one would I take? I would take Overgotcher, I guess. Shadow Eater, I guess. I would be very happy about our Alloy Construct. Overgotcher and Alloy Constructs are the real winners. But Crucible Collector is pretty close behind them. Could it be Crucible Warden instead? No, I don't think so. I think Crucible Collector is a lot better for what we intend to use them for. And that's being on the second floor and giving us extra damage and yeah, basically extra damage. Sometimes finishing our bosses for us in case the bottom floor dies. We definitely need the extra draw. With small hands, you need to have a very good reason not to pick draw. And we don't have a very good reason not to pick draw right now. Multi-strike, that's nice. Let's take a look here. Do I want Shadow Eater over my Crucible Collector? I don't want them both, but I might purge the Collector. I don't think so. I think the Collector, especially with Multi-strike, is preferable. I also want to give the Collector an extra 10 attack. That's just gonna be useful. Now we have a use for our Morsels actually. Less so for our train steward, so let's get one of them off the train and then another two here. Okay, let's... Nah, I was so hoping for Frostbite. But you know what? Spell weakness is fine. Mark of Invasion. Yeah, we do have Sweep Tethys and we can double the Tethys. So could work out easily. Although not having my designated tank on the first turn is a little bit of a problem. Do we double up on Collector? It's a big chunk of damage, but it's a bit annoying because we can't feed them. Having the second priority unit actually hurts our deck a little bit. Because Tethys can't survive on his own. We could set up two Tethyses here and just let one die, but then we don't kill these guys and take a whole lot of damage. We can kill them with Crucible Collectors, and we can also kill the next wave, maybe. Yeah, just doesn't work out that well. No, I think I need to double Tethys. It was so nice always having the Morselmaker in the opening hand. Double Tethys, single Crucible Collector. But the Collector will die. This is not great. I have an idea. We do this. This looks crazy, but I think it's actually gonna work best. Because now we will have room to put the Morselmaker on this floor. And we will have two of them feeding the Crucible Collector potentially. And that's gonna be helpful. No, we can't have them feed the Crucible Collector. Crucible Collector would die from the next wave. We also need to kill at least one of these guys. So we can get the Collector. Oh, we discarded the Crypt Builder and killed two of them. That's nice. Well, let's hope this is gonna be enough. I can barely do anything with my cards right now. Let's just add some spell weakness to this guy. Maybe we find a nice Empire by the time he reaches the top. And let's also make a morsel floor here. Well, that helps a little bit. I think this is a good time to put some lifesteal on the Morselmaker. Save this guy. For no real reason, honestly. Top floor looks alright. Yeah, we don't have much in the way of scaling. That's a slight problem. Drain doesn't really help. But it has a chance to discount a Crit Pillar. So does Titan's Gratitude though. Oh, that's nice. 11, 11, 15, so we have one hit. If we drain you... Still only have one hit. Oh, this is actually a problem. We will get flooded with self-mutilations from all these monsters. Well, whether it's 4 or 5 self-mutilations doesn't matter. Because we will always only draw 4. So killing this monster jeweler doesn't actually help. Ouch. Maybe the morsel floor was a mistake. It certainly was. Glacial Seal. Unnamed Tome. No, I don't think we need a Glacial Seal. Cannibalized Gemtrove. Gemtrove is a lot of damage shield on our huge floors, but it's not really something we benefit very much from. I want to start getting some spell upgrades, but the removal as well as a Merchant of Trinket on the same side is very tempting, and there is no way to get spell upgrades here. And no way to get them here. Oh god. Yeah, we have to take it. We have to get our spell upgrades in. Take a look at the Hell's Caverns. One-Horn Tome, Remnant Pact up, Unnamed Tome. Do we want a one-horn Tome? It's certainly good for Tethys, if we can play it. The only way we currently can is by double cost reducing it. Is that okay with me? It's kind of okay with me. We don't really have anything else that needs a cost reduction very urgently, except for maybe the Crit Pillar. We're only gonna get the 2 cost reductions pretty much before Seraph. Well, before the battle before Seraph actually, because we can get another one here. Although the Hellwent and the Unstable Vortex is on the other side. One-Horn's Tome on Tethys is a nice chunk of added spell weakness, but spell weakness isn't that great against this Seraph. It would be great for Fel though. Would be very good for Fel. Which Fel are we fighting? It's Scorch Fel. I'm not that worried about Scorch Fel. Not that worried. I'll take it. Think we might have a chance to get a flying Fel kill. And if we manage to do that, then our score is gonna be pretty great. Oh, the double stack. You know, I want it, but I can't take it. Mostly because I've sweep Tethys. But yeah, with the small draw, it's still gonna be annoying. That much is true. We want magic power on these Umbra assaults. Do we though? We do. Holdover. Do we want holdover on the Ice Empire? Just to guarantee we can finish off Fell. We get just to guarantee we actually have the Ice Empire when Fell is at the top. I'm also gonna give this extra 10 damage. No, I'm gonna cost reduce. Well, I can cost reduce it. I need to cost reduce the tome. Do I give it extra 10 damage? I don't think I will. I'm not that worried against Scorchfell just because we have the sweep Tethys. That makes it a lot easier. This guy though, sweep boss. We might have to deal with this guy using our do I want double yeah, I want double Tethys for the extra spell weakness. We might need to deal with this guy using our Crucible Collector. Five spell weakness, so this is 30 damage, this is another 35, 70. It's good enough. Do we want to double up on those? Probably not. Let's double the Train Steward. We're gonna need the Ice Empire against this guy. So I definitely want to play it to hold it over. We don't need more spell weakness. This guy is gonna take an insane amount of damage already. We don't need spell weakness on anyone here. Can we? No. That's a bit too much. We can kill this guy with the assault. That allows us to take this guy out with the Titan's Gratitude. Should have considered the lifesteal on the Morselmaker this turn actually. Looks like we will need another Ice Empire next turn, so I definitely want to hold it over. Well, we just solved that differently. One Horn's Tome is not gonna do the job. Because of the sweep, we can't really use it in this fight. So this might be another case of Ice Empire. Being how we win. Although this guy should win easily. That's one reason why I picked him. Oh, Sigil Seaweed, that's not bad. Yeah, Collector is great boss kill. Urchin Spines? Sure, makes it more likely to get a Flying Fell kill. Excavation Eruption, I would probably take that if I had... if I had a spell shop available. But we don't, so we take a Cave In. Cave In doesn't help getting off Ice Empire, sadly. But it's pretty good otherwise. Improved Firebox, Cleansing Water. Do we expect any buffs? Certainly not on Seraph. Does Scorchfell have buffs? I don't think so. Buffs are relatively unlikely to happen, but Firebox does pretty much nothing for us right now. Unless we draw one Hornstorm in the opening hand. Which is a possibility. So Cleansing Water is only for one fight where it can help with a trial. That's... I'll just skip. Huh. Do we want any of these? Penitent Remains would be nice for extra attack on the morsels. Amber Stasis are great damage spells, but they don't benefit from spell weakness. I think we just skip. With the amount of draw we currently have, I'm not comfortable taking any blights. What do we want? Another Energy Siphon, another Ice Empire. Second Ice Empire might make a big deal for Flying Kill Fell. Not because we necessarily want two of them, but because we need to draw one and we only draw 4 cards a turn. And we need to have it by the time we have a bunch of spell weakness on the boss and he's on the top floor. I don't think we need a second Morselmaker. We have Morsel Generation for our other floor. For our Crucible floor. And here is where Firebox would have been amazing. I didn't think about that, but I should have. But we already have 4 spell weakness on Fell on the first turn. If that isn't nice. Actually I wanna have you be on the top floor. And have 2 of them. Yeah, that's okay. This time around doubling this guy is actually a solid choice. Because we're not using them as a boss killer, we are planning to kill the boss ourselves with spells. And I don't really want to Immortal Trade. I want to be able to cave in just in case. Just in case Fell is on the second floor and we can use cave in to apply some spell weakness to Fell. And yeah, I also can't afford to can't really afford to Ember Drain in this fight. The next time Fell goes up on the top floor, I do want to get the kill. So we should start holding over the Ice Empire. Even though it will take a lot of our resources. We can't save the Umbra Morsel. With 10 spell weakness, the Ice Empire will hit this boss for almost 1000. We need to get this Clip Guardian out of the way though. Maybe we double Ice Empire. That's a possibility. Double Clip Guardian. Okay, that's very annoying. we probably won't be able to deal with double Clip Guardian. Yeah, we certainly won't. I basically need to stop them here, but that doesn't seem possible. You know what? These guys should be on the second floor. These guys should prevent these Clip Guardians from reaching the top. Yeah. Pretty much. We skipped the firebox and it would have been immediately useful. Immediately 600 points from not taking that damage. We can kill the top statue with an Ice Empire pretty easily. If you're on the... I still want a W, I think. And because the doubling means we do more damage. And that's actually what counts against the units that go on this floor. Shade Splitter, do I want another morsel here? Sure. It's not like I need the space on the top floor for units. Urchin Spines. Let's kill the statue. This guy already dies. Extra damage against this bottom floor dude is helpful. Drain doesn't matter here, doesn't matter here. Just drain the boss then. Probably won't matter. But at least that has a chance to be relevant. So how much damage do we need to kill the boss next turn? We definitely play pack morsels. So we have... So this is doing 990. 990 is not enough to get a kill. This is doing another 90. 1080. Still quite a bit off. So what we actually want is draw into one of these energy siphons, so we only play one Ice Empire, so we have a chance to draw the double stacked energy siphon, which is more damage. Didn't work out. That might mean we do not get a flying kill here. Can we do anything with the one Horn Storm this turn? I don't think so. Do we have another turn before Relentless starts? No, we don't. That's a shame. We were pretty close. If I actually increased the spell damage on the Ice Empire, we could have done it. Shroud Mitosis, Wretch, Furnace Tap. I think Shroud Mitosis is fine. Now Seraph will be much harder to kill with Spell Weakness because Seraph has that annoying Purge ability. So I'm not too confident we can get a flying kill on Seraph. Although this helps a little bit. Descending to the bottom floor means we can get another round of combat with Tethys. Iron drop cage. With cave-in and trap shoot. I don't think so, but it's certainly interesting. I don't think we can take commemorative spike. No, we can. We can. I want to see what upgrades are available. More spell weakness versus frostbite. So one turn of combat with Tethys on the bottom floor is 6 spell weakness to Seraph, and we can get another 3 if we apply multi-strike to Tethys. So that would be 9. Seraph purchase half of it, so Seraph will have 4 spell weakness, and then we follow that up with an Ice Empire for 450 damage. That's just not that great. Frostbite, on the other hand, would really help us deal with waves a lot more safely. And safety is currently what I'm concerned with the most. Are there any relics that could change things? That could really give us a huge benefit towards making an early Seraph kill possible. Draw relics would certainly be very, very helpful, like Winged Steel. Maybe even Mask of Penumbra. Wing technology would provide a little bit more safety. I think we just save our gold. I think if we don't get the flying kills, we go for gold as a score modifier. Also, I just realized we are fighting sweepers with +8 attack here. Uh-oh. These are dangerous. Can we make the bottom floor be Crucible Collector, killing those for us? Double Crucible Collector is 140 damage. I guess that's something we can do. But the backline Crucible Collector won't get lifesteal, so they will die to the second sweeper. We also can feed them morsels this turn, so even the first Crucible Collector will die to the second sweeper. Or any unit, really. And no morsel we can get is strong enough to actually deal with that. Uh-oh. We might be in a bit of a pickle here. What we can do is set up on the top floor and use Ice Empire to take those out. That should work most of the time. But then we have to deal with the boss on the top floor. Maybe if we set up Crucible Collector on the top floor and Tethys in the second floor, and just, yeah, Tethys will die eventually, but whatever. In that case, I do not want to double up on Crucible Collector. What if we just set up the Crucible Collector on the second floor? Is that good enough? If it's only one, we can feed it and keep it healthy. So we don't have to give up our chance of getting a bottom floor kill entirely. There's also cave-in. If we descend you, we can sweep. This won't work. So might as well put it on the next floor. The damage numbers on these enemies are pretty insane. And there goes Tethys. And also... well, all of our morsels, but that was expected. No morsel this turn is a problem. I think I might have to play Crane Steward, even though it means we'll double it. Ugh. Because if we don't protect the health of this Crucible Collector now, these Pyre Wings will kill it. I also need to hold over Ice Empire, and one Horn's Tome is useless in this fight because of the sweep boss. Well, almost useless. Yeah, this is going very badly. I have to play this. And I guess I should drain you just to prevent some damage to our stuff. Yeah, Tom is good. You usually play it on the backliner and it's very nice. This guy will die to a single Ice Empire. With the Ember Drain we can't afford a second one though. We still can feed this guy. So I should probably play a Morsel to prevent the hit from the Steel Wings. I don't... No, I do. No, we can feed. This guy has this guy has only 11 attack. That's very helpful. Makes things much less dire. Ice Empire, you also need to get an Ice Empire next turn. We can't Immortal Trade, otherwise we won't have the Ember for the Ice Empire. You will die to the Crucible Collector, so let's just add the spell damage to you, even though we probably won't need it. Wait, you don't need an Ice Empire, you are already dying to the Morsels. Antumbra Assault though is pretty nice. We wanna hold over the Ice Empire, that's for sure. Oh, you are silenced, I forgot. That was a thing that could happen. You have the full attack value though, so these morsels will just die. Okay then. We need to play Ice Empire. We also wanna play Shroud Mitosis. Oh, lifesteal. Yeah, that should give us enough power for the boss kill. This guy has 30 attack, we have 38 health, but that's okay. We have lifesteal. We'll have a bunch of lifesteal. But maybe not enough. Not quite enough. We can get some more though. And that's good enough. Great. This was a tough fight. These sweepers with 15 attack and Ember Drain, they are scary. Ice Storm. Oh, this is pretty solid. Not interested in these cards. Let's go to the right, take our gold, look at the Merchant of Trinkets, Chain of Gems, Lightstone Casing. Power Stone, the Ice Storm. Upgrade a spell with -1 cost. Should probably be one of the Ice Empires. Because it has holdover. Consume removal, I'm not gonna get a flying kill. I don't think we need anything besides what we currently have to get a victory. There will be sweepers in the boss fight though. That one horn's tome is proving to be very useless. I was thinking it was gonna be a big help in the fell fight, but it didn't line up. Deck looks okay. I think I want another upgrade. Or maybe, maybe hold over the Ice Storm. Is that gonna be any good? That might be pretty good. Does another cost reduction make it more likely that we win on the bottom floor? Possibly. Might make a big difference. I don't think we want to shell out the gold for relics though. So let's enter the final fight against Seraph with almost 1,000 gold. So we get some nice extra score. Let's think about this. I think we double up Tethys on the bottom floor. And then play Crucible Collector on the next one. Actually on the top floor. This guy's almost gonna die to Frostbite. Crucible Collector on this floor means we have to deal with the Crucible Collector with the Lightwings on the top floor, but honestly I think that's okay. I would love to kill any of you, but it's always 1 damage off. We double up on the Morselmaker. I was about to say we double up on the Morselmaker, we Ice Storm this floor and we drain the Pyre Wings, but that's not enough Ember. This guy doesn't have sweep, so we can easily block him with Morsels. Ice Storm is really good. We lose 1 Tethys if we don't drain the Pyre Wings though. And there will be further Pyre Wings to come. Although if we drain the... well, we will be Ember drained anyways, no matter what we do. I mean, keeping this guy alive is important, but we can keep him alive no matter what by using the morsels. We also give this guy armor, but that doesn't matter, we have enough power. Fine. I'll play it like this. Then he will have lifesteal and a damage shield, which should be safe. Then we drain... do we Urchin Spine Seraph? Problem with that is he will just purge that really quickly. Oh, the heal. The heal saves our Tethys from the next sweeper. This is pretty nice. Is there any consideration for cave-in? No. Wait, this room has reached the unit limit, so cave-in is actually not bad, because this guy won't get dropped down. And the Gilded Wing will take enough damage from the Thethesis to die on the bottom floor. Just that the Gilded Wing will kill another morsel, but that's not a big deal. I like it. And we put more spell weakness on Seraph, which might or might not matter. That kind of matters, I think. Makes it much more likely that we get to kill Seraph on the bottom floor. Let's kill you. These guys are a slight problem. We can probably prevent the damage on the Morselmaker with a trap shoe, but kinda wanna do this instead. Apply another round of spell weakness and frostbite to the Seraph. I think that was worth it. Can we kill? Yeah, we can. Yeah, bottom floor is alright. Let's just hit Seraph pretty hard here. Extra damage shield is less necessary because we have lifesteal. And we will pretty much always have lifesteal. And Frozen Lands, you as well. I don't believe in a flying kill here, but I think we should be able to get the bottom floor kill. Especially if we draw into the heal again and can heal these guys up. Train Stewards, I don't want to double them up on that floor, so I'll play them on this floor instead. Let's hold over these. Maybe not. Maybe holding both of them over was a mistake. Reduces my chance to draw Dry Unleash. We're still way off on killing Seraph here. And we have no more lifesteal on this guy. Well, with the multi-strike he does burn through it pretty fast. But we will have a bunch of spell weakness and frostbite on Seraph, so we should be able to get a kill if we can delay this fight a bit longer. We can certainly delay this fight quite a bit by using these morsels to block the first hit and then apply lifesteal. Also bring in these Train Stewards just to delay the combat for another 1 or 2 turns. And that's actually enough. Whew, that was pretty tough. Interesting deck nonetheless. I think we might have a decent score compared to those 43k scores. Could be that we are around that. Yeah, 43.5k, about that. That's okay. Still puts us on the first page, and I think pretty solid in the middle, so around rank 5, rank 6. Yeah, the money sure mattered. It was always gonna matter. I think the cost reduction on the Ice Empire was fine. The holdover on the Ice Storm was certainly not necessary at all, but it did have potential in killing off these light wings pretty easily, so reducing the damage we take, things like that. I'm also pretty glad we found Frostbite in the end, because it was Frostbite, not Spell Weakness, that killed Seraph. A Spell Weakness certainly did help, but mainly it was Frostbite. Yeah, tough daily challenge. Rank 6. I'm not sad about it. So, now I wonder what Sapphire Dragon Lord made. Aha. They picked up Bounty Stalker from the random unit. I guess Bounty Stalker is amazing with seeing double. He found a lot of multi-strike for them. One multi-strike, then dupe them, then endless. Dupe the endless one. Cold Celias. Frostbite, spell weakness, Weepers. Yeah, he was able to do 5-turn boss rushes with these Bounty Stalkers. I was like, I can't imagine Bounty Stalker working very well in this scenario, but I was wrong. The seeing double is very good for Bounty Stalker. Even though you can't make it die as easily and as often in this case, even just having 130 power with multi-strike, that's already 500 damage in 4 hits. Good catch, Mr. Dragon Lord. And Hasp also went with Bounty Stalker, double multi-strike, so this is a bit less impressive. But apparently it was good enough to 5-turn boss rush fell, with some help of Tethys, maybe? Cave-in? This deck seems a lot less powerful. Oh, Forever Flame. Forever Flame is nice. They also went with a large Morselmaker. Phew. That this managed to 5-turn fell surprises me. Bounty Stalker must have been about 42 or maybe even just 34 damage at that point. So only like 200 damage on the floor you play it in. It's hard to imagine. Well, he also had 2 furnace taps, so I guess that boosts the damage to the amount you need. Well, that was a pretty interesting daily. Let's also take a look at one of these 43k decks. They found Pilestone Housing and made some giant Cold Celias and Morselmakers with Furnace Tap. Only 2-turn boss rushed Seraph, same as me. Did a bit better on the other fights. Kept a bit less gold. Pretty similar performance overall. Okay, that was the daily. Very unique. Pretty interesting deck. I don't think I ever used Morselmaker as my main tank, but because it just generates 2 morsels to block for it every turn, it can do pretty well in that regard, especially with Brawl.